Good evening, gentlemen. It's Steady Eddie here on the main channel for once. It's 22nd of September. It's almost 9 o'clock. I know I'm a few minutes early, but what the hell? I was around anyway, so what the hell? Nice of you all to join us. And if you're watching this on replay, hello, good evening, afternoon, and have a nice weekend. Thanks anyway. Okay, so I'll just say hello to everyone. Donald Trump is here. Nice to hear from you, Mr. President. Ben Fern K from Florida. Nice to hear from you. Anders Bergman. Cab over Mike. John Mitch is here. I'll put John Mitch because he's been on the phone a few times. John Mitch, I sense you'll be pulling up sticks much sooner than later and ending up somewhere by the tone of your mini post today. Well, it will be happening next year, but it could well be happening very, very early next year. We'll see about that. Anyway, nice to hear from you, John. Brian Street is here. Club Phil is picking there. Okay, whatever. Ivan is here. Nice to hear from you. Crypto Chris Card. Dixie Enormous. Expat Lifestyle. Seamus Doherty. I've met you in Pattaya, haven't I, Seamus? Nice to hear from you, mate. Yogi Bear. Good evening, Ed, and good evening, chat. Well, in 50 days, Wednesday, that'll be early November, won't it? I'll be landing in the Philippines for my winter break. Can't do the cold here anymore. The only sad part, I won't have net where I'm going. Well, you know, good for you anyway, getting away for the winter. Good for you. So let's see. My Tidy Garden channel. Okay. Good evening, Eddie. Hope you're keeping well. I'm off to Thailand in 10 weeks' time for 2 months. Damien from Cork City. Oh, well, good for you. Anyway, good for you. Have a nice time, mate. Mike Richardson. Greetings. Oh, only 117 days. What's that? It was about 4 months until I fly out to Pattaya for them. Oh, good for you, mate. Good for you. Good for you. Ned Bundy. Serge R. Ed is better. Elliot is better. At noon in California. Okay, hello. Paul C. Hello, Eddie. I've missed your lives and I now reside in Thailand. Oh, well, good for you, mate. Anyway, good for you. Thailand Founders here. Nice to hear from you. Karen Farang from the jungle. CM is here. Gemini Star. Graham. Diesel Dave. Cy London. Okay. Loved it. Loved the background. That is why here. And that was taken a couple of years ago, that picture. Okay. So, Yogi Bear. Expat Yogi Bear will be landed in CDO in Mindanao, and then being taken into the mountains. Oh, well, good for you. Carl seeking peace. Hello, Barry from EastEnders. Even though we'll watch this tomorrow when I'm smashing the overtime at work. Okay. So I'm a bit early, and I've said hello to just about everyone. Hot chocolate. Hey, it's almost 6 months. It's almost 6 months since I last touched a drop of booze. Somebody in a comment somewhere on someone's stream said, that Eddie fella's not as much fun since he gave up the booze. Well, you know, I've lost a bit of weight anyway, and I feel all the better, so to hell with whoever said that. So anyway, expat lifestyle. I've now proven for over a year I can travel around Asia for under $2,000 a month. Come on and retire already, buddy. Okay, under $2,000 a month. Well, that's fairly $2,000 a month. You know, that's a fairly generous amount. You know, you can probably do it on less than that, but good for you. Yeah, cab over Mike. I like the cat in the safe short, Eddie. Okay, that's about the only thing I liked about that bamboo hut that I was staying in. Yeah, I know the video you mean. Seance is here. Wayne Ritchie is here. Let's see. Let's put Wayne on the stream. Wayne Ritchie. Hi, Eddie, everyone else in the chat. I'm going to the Bahamas in July next year. Have you ever been there before? I've not been to the Bahamas. I think that's out of my price bracket, but sounds nice. Good for you, mate. Anyway. Yeah. Peter, nice to hear from you, Peter. Hope you're keeping well. You're looking so much better. I've lost about probably close to 2.5 stone since I was at my peak. Certainly over 2 stone since early this year. And basically, it's been cutting the booze out and just watching what I eat. You know, Paul C, Ned Bundy, Mr. Tidy Garden channel. Hit the like for Eddie being off the booze. Okay, thumbs up for me being off the booze. Cheers for that, mate. So anyway, Babes in this live stream. Now, I've been doing live streams on the Steady Eddie live channel, in recent times. But we talk about other things. We talk about people coming to this country via dinghies, which they shouldn't be. So we're not going to talk about that. We talk about woke, and we talk about all kinds of crap, you know what I mean? But this is called Steady Eddie's Travels for a reason. It's time now to start, thinking about travel. I'm going abroad next year. I'm going indefinitely. Whether I book a one-way ticket, I'll probably book a two-way ticket to make things easier. And there's probably not that much difference in the price anyway, because people say that you need a return ticket, otherwise they won't let you fly. Whatever. I'll probably book a return ticket, but I will be leaving next year, and I'm pretty sure it'll be within the first half of the year. It could even be early on in the year. It could be early on. I haven't decided. I've got to get my passport sorted out. So I'm hoping to do that pretty soon. Because then I'll have a full 10-year passport. And all I know is I'm peed off with England. I've had just about enough of the place, and I want to get out there with sunny places like that behind me. And I'll be getting a flight. Could even be in the new year. I don't know. We'll see. But we'll talk about what's going on in Thailand. But one of the things that I'm a bit disturbed about is that Thailand is not an easy country. To just up sticks and go move out there and retire out there. It just seems that as the years go by, there's more and more complications going on there. There is with the visas are getting more and more awkward. There's so many different visas. It's like, where do I start? And also, they want you to pay tax on any earnings. Now, I was reading this today. Actually, it was Integrity Legal. It was the Integrity Legal who made the video of it. So, but I screenshotted the document that he was going on about, and the document is in the Thai Enquirer. Thai government to tax all income from abroad for tax residents starting 2024, which is quite short notice. And it says here, Thailand's Revenue Department has released new guidelines which will see all income from abroad taxed as personal income, regardless of whether it was earned income or savings. A senior official at the Ministry of Finance confirmed the document released by the Revenue Department over the weekend was accurate. According to the document, those that have earnings from occupation or business abroad or wealth that is located abroad and has brought these assets into Thailand, well, if you're going to retire there, I suppose you will bring your assets with you, must factor this into their personal income tax for the year. The program will begin January the 1st, 2024. Well, that's not very far away, and apply only to tax residents in Thailand, meaning tourists and short-term workers will be exempt. Also exempt will be those who have been taxed in a foreign country. Also exempt will be those that are being taxed in a foreign country that has a standing double tax agreement with Thailand. Well, I believe the UK, last time I looked, has this double tax agreement. So if I pay tax on any earnings or savings or any investments or whatever in the UK, does this mean if I take up residency in Thailand, I don't have to pay there? It's all a bit complicated, but basically the way it's looking is that it just are the ties become. I'll put this on the screen because this is a question. Okay. I'll put it like this, okay? Yeah, is Thailand becoming hostile to retirees? In other words, it seems that Thailand wants your tourism, but do they really want you to go and live there? Because they're not making it any easier, are they? All the stuff that the cost and everything that they're bringing out. Let me just say now, okay. Yeah, Wayne Ritchie. I can't wait to buy your best. I bet it will be on Amazon bestseller book. I can't. Oh, do you mean my book? Oh yeah, my book. Oh, okay, okay. I'm glad that Wayne mentioned that. I'm really glad that Wayne mentioned that because here's a little bit of what he used to call subliminal advertising. Okay, there you go. Subliminal advertising. What do you think of that for a cover? That's it's coming soon to an Amazon bookshelf near you. But Ed Sweeney's Five Go to Pattaya. I've mentioned it a lot of times on the Steady Eddie Live channel, and this is the cover anyway. So that is the planned cover anyway. So anyway, there you go. You've seen it here first. Paul C. Paul C. You're always funny. Okay, thank you. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Mr. Mitz, nice to have you. Hi, Eddie. Great to catch you live on the change. Looking great. Okay, thank you, Mr. Mitz. I hope all's well, mate. I hope all's well. Graham, Eddie, do you not miss a cold beer? I don't miss it really because I have my diet ginger beer which I get from the co-op, and I love that. I make sure that I've got plenty of that in supply. My diet ginger beer. As for when I'm in a hot climate like that one behind me, it may be different. Unless there's a co-op nearby, but I doubt that there is. It probably will be tempting to get a nice cold beer, but I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. Matthew Cartwright, nice to hear from it. Mike Richardson, no, we're not going to talk about that. Yeah, Paul C. I got a one-way ticket, Eddie. Cost 800 quid. Oh, we'll talk about flight prices and all that later. Ian Bowden, I have a travel story to mention this evening. Okay, we'll hear about it pretty soon. We'll hear about that pretty soon. Nice to hear from you, Ian. Yeah, Fazook, Bahamas, great beaches, but service on everything is very slow. Bars, food. If you ask why so slow, they tell you. Relax, man. You're on Bahama time now. US dollar prices of everything. I don't think that's the place for me somehow. Graham's 101. I wouldn't stress too much about it. Ian Bowden. Me and Bob should be in Santorini, as you may know right now. Oh, so you didn't make it. Oh, well. That's a pity because it sounded really, really nice. Darcy, hi Eddie. I'm back to Thailand and Vietnam in 5 weeks today. Cannot wait. Okay, good for you, mate. Keep your nose out. Nice to hear from you. Up to me. Correct. You do not pay tax twice. Okay, well that's good to know anyway. So if you pay any tax, you're still registered in England. But they're making it so awkward. That's good. You don't have to pay tax twice. That's good. Okay. But look at these visas. Look at the retirement visa. There's so many that I lose bloody track of them. The one where you have to pay 20 grand or 800,000 baht. Do you think that that's going to go up in price pretty soon? I think it will because it's been 800,000 baht for quite a while now. So I would imagine that that's going to rise in price pretty soon. And also, even if you pay that, you've still got to report every 90 days to immigration. Even if you plan to retire out there, you still got to report every 90 days to immigration. They're not making it any easier, are they? It's all a bit of a minefield. It's so complicated retiring in Thailand. That's the way it seems to me, anyway. Paul C. I built a farm and built a home, no tax because it's all in the wife's name. Well, that's one way of doing it. Mark, let's see. Marcus Stewart. It's just developing nations catching up with the taxation systems of Europe. Okay, okay. Darcy, people would just go to the Philippines. Thailand will lose out. Doesn't make sense. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know about that. No, I've been to the Philippines a couple of times, and I liked it a lot better the second time I went there. But as for the Philippines and Thailand, are very, very different countries, really. Philippines is still very, very much behind the times, shall I say? That's a nice way of putting it. Whereas Thailand is more, it's more culture really because it's Thai. Whereas the Philippines is, a bit more westernized. But the Philippines it's not fully developed. It's not as good, and it's not even as safe as Thailand. I'm pretty sure people simply won't go to the Philippines simply because Thailand's getting a bit too expensive. Let's see now. Scenery is nice to hear from you. Cab over Mike, I like that title. Okay, thank you for that. Ian Bowden, striking boot cover, mate. What you want to see it again? there you go. Ed Sweeney's 5 Go to Pattaya. Oh, okay. Coming to an Amazon bookshelf. I haven't decided whether it's going to be an ebook or paperback yet, but it should be all ready and available in the next week, hopefully, and possibly in the next week or so. Subliminal advertising, that used to be a thing on British TV, didn't it? But they made it illegal because they said that hypnotize people and whatever. For Zach, the problem next year will be taxing. He's back in the country, we're heavily involved in the politics again. He's already apparently behind the coming weeds. Oh, well, that's another subject, isn't it? Eddie, the tax issue should only come up if you've got a bank account in Thailand. Okay. Well, if you retire out there, you probably will have a bank account in Thailand, won't you? I mean, it seems like, fairly obvious thing to do. I mean, if you're going to, spend 20 grand, which I probably won't be doing, get your OA visa or whatever it is, because it's so bloody complicated, then you'll need a Thai bank account for that one. Yogi Bear, Ed, Thailand only want the rich to live there. They don't want the foreigners. They have just about enough to live there. Well, you see, this is it, you see. I think you've hit the nail on the head there, Yogi. Because I think Thailand is trying to ditch that old myth about Thailand being dirt cheap. The old image of it being dirt cheap and you can go and live like that on next to nothing and all of this kind of rubbish. They're the very people that they don't want it. Yeah, you're right. They want the rich to live there. They want to be, a more developed country. I mean, they don't want Doss's being in. I've seen the changes over the years. You're quite right. I mean, Brian Street is here. I think they want 2 millionaires more than people living there, understanding all the rules. That's interesting. That's very, very interesting. That's very good. Nice to hear from you, Brian. Yeah, I think they want the 2 week. Well, the 2 week millionaires probably bringing a lot of money. Pretty sure they do. See, the thing is, about that old image in Thailand. You still meet people even now. I bet you here in England, if you were to talk to a few people about Thailand, it wouldn't be long before you meet someone who says to you, "Oh, dirt cheap out there, dirt cheap. Everything cheap, cheap, cheap. Beers cheap, hotels cheap. Women are cheap. Everything's dirt cheap in Thailand. Live like a king." On next, you still hear that rubbish even today. It can't seem to shake up that image. I still meet people now who think everything's dirt cheap in Thailand, and yet those of us who go there on a more regular basis know that is simply not the case anymore. If you really want to live it up in Thailand, you will spend a lot of money. And Yeah, Thailand, they're trying to ditch that image. They really, really are. Roy Gold, make sure you keep an address in the UK. That's very important. It's very easy to get a retirement visa once you're in Thailand. Meant reliable agents will assist. Okay, fair dues. Okay, fair dues. Nice to hear from you, Roy. Roy lives in John TM, and he has a good life there. So nice to hear from you. Scuba Steve, hi, Big Eddie. I love Colombia, but not beats Battaya. Yeah, very, very different. Very, very different. I traveled all around South America and Central America, and yeah, countries. But the thing I love about Thailand is that, with regards to all the stuff that we're talking about, all the red tape and all that, and once you visit the place, it's a very, very easy place. You kind of fall into Thailand, and particularly Pattaya. You fall into it. You just turn up there. You find a hotel easy. Everything's easy. The hotels are easy to get. The people are very, very, friendly. Whereas if you go to somewhere like Colombia or a South American country, you do have to, you do have to be careful. I know those countries are probably safer than they used to be, and there's a lot of myths about them. But these South American countries, you do have to be more careful. They're simply not as relaxed as a place like Thailand. Marcus Stewart, if a foreigner moves to the UK and becomes tax resident there, then they have to pay tax on their overseas income. Developing third world countries' taxation systems are just becoming tighter. Okay. Now, Gemini Star is saying Thailand is definitely becoming greedy. It's forgotten that it's the foreign currency is keeping it out alive. It's forgotten that it's the foreign. Okay, fair enough. Fair comment. Okay, so Ian and Bob, we got through Gatwick yesterday morning at 4 a.m. for our sleazy jet flight to Santorini at 6 a.m. We were the first at the gate aboard when oh no, oh no, I'm just going to go skip to this one. The staff member told me in a fairly polite but straight to the point manner that my passport was invalid for the EU. Really? Really? What's that all about? Why is that? Why is your passport invalid for the EU? What kind of passport? You've got a British passport, presumably. Well, my God, oh my, that's not good. Tell us more. Tell us more. Anyway, Bangkok, Indonesia. Indonesia do a multi-entry visa for $300. Make it make it easier for people to come. Indonesia, is that a good retirement destination? I've only ever been to Bali and I didn't like it. Indonesia, it's I don't know. Tell us more about it. Scuba Steve, I get sick hearing people will go Cambodia, etc. Heard it for years. One comes, one goes. It's a revolutionary cycle. I mean, the thing is, Cambodia is not got as much to offer as Thailand. I mean, in terms of just everything for everyone, Thailand wins hands down. I'm not even sure if Cambodia has a proper beach resort anymore now that Sihanoukville's gone down the Swanee River. Um, Cambodia, but Cambodia's a good country. I do like Cambodia a lot, and we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I haven't finalised what I'm going to do just yet. Yeah, Mr. Mitch, who lives he's American, he lives in Thailand. I imagine that 800,000 baht will increase to 1.2 million baht. Yeah. All things go up, not never comes down. So yeah. I wouldn't be surprised. It's probably only a matter of when. But I don't think I'm planning on going down that road anyway. That's not my plan. I mean, it's but we'll see what happens. I haven't finalised my plans yet. Yours Travels is here. Even the guys, yes, Travels here. Let's have it, guys. How's everyone doing? Nice to hear from you, yours. Nice to hear from you. John Rhodes says Thailand is well known for shooting itself in the foot. Well, I mean, all of these rules and the red tape, and the visas and the threats of taxing people and you know, and the data stuff. Remember the data stuff? You know, you can't point your camera where it's not supposed to be pointed, and all of this kind of stuff. I mean, you get the feeling generally there's a bit of hostility in the air, especially towards YouTubers and people like that. You know, that's one thing they want YouTubers there. It's generally it's not that the people are not as friendly as they used to be. It's just that the authorities and all the red tape and everything that goes with it, it's not so easy now. I mean, I don't know if it was easy 25, 30 years ago to just up and go and just go and stay as long as you want in Thailand. I don't know if that was even possible years ago, but it's certainly not possible now. I mean, there's just so much red tape involved, and everything seems to be going up in price. Fat Boy Slim, nice to hear from you, mate. Eddie, personally, I wouldn't want to retire in Thailand in this day and age. I don't think Thailand is hostile per se, but they want to get everything they can from you. Yeah. It is. I mean, I'm sure that there's other countries that are greedier than Thailand. I don't think they're that bad. I mean, you know, in Thailand, you know, you arrive in Thailand right now and you get an automatic 30-day tourist visa, or exempt visa, if you want to call it that, which means you can stay there for 30 days and you don't have to pay for that. There are other countries which charge you for your initial visa, like Vietnam. If you want to stay in Vietnam, I mean, or Laos or Cambodia, you have to pay even right at the beginning for your tourist visa. Unless, of course, I think if you go to Vietnam for under 15 days or whatever, I think you can stay there without having to get a visa. But Thailand doesn't charge you for your initial visa the way other countries. It's not that bad, but it's I don't know. It's all becoming a bit. I mean, these visas do my head in. There's just so many different visas. There's a whole multitude of different visas. I mean, where do you start? You know, I think it's designed to put off certain people who don't like red tape, like me. Fat Boy Slim, you still have to drink. If you talk about alcohol, yes. Richie NY, you are skinny man now. No, far from it, mate. Far from it. I've lost a couple of stone, but I was weighed last week at the hospital at 14 stone 3, which is not a lightweight. That's not light at all. I can still do it losing 1.5 stone. Mr. Mitch, I'll stay in Thailand. It's still more economical than the USA. Okay, good for you, mate. I'll go along with that. Ian Bowden. Okay, so this is the passport issue. All because I didn't know that EU only allowing passport holders from outside the EU to have at least 3 months left, which in fact I had 6 months left. But okay. All because I didn't know the EU only allowing passport holders from outside the EU to have at least 3 months left, which in fact I had 6 months left. But so what is the but? Let's see if we can. Let's see. So what is the but? What exactly happened there, Ian? Anyway, let's go a little bit further. Yeah, Johnny D, bonjour, Eddie. Okay, vive la France, whatever that means. Chaz D, who's the 5 that goes to Pattaya? What are you suggesting, that I should subliminally show you the cover of my forthcoming book, which will be available on Amazon pretty soon? Pattaya, Ed Sweeney's 5 go to Pattaya. Well, all right, as soon as you asked, Chaz, I'll tell you about it. The guys who watch the Steady Eddie Lad channel will already know this. But basically, it's a work of fiction, but there's a lot of information about Pattaya. It's basically about 5 Scousers who go to Pattaya for the very, very first time and get up to all kinds of mischief and do things and get involved in things that they shouldn't have been involved in. And it's coming to a bookshelf near you very, very soon. It's a work of fiction, but it's, there's a lot of information there if you've never been to Pattaya before. And that is my cover, which I designed yesterday. The book will be released quite soon. It's not a long book. It's only just over 100 pages long, but it'll be up and running pretty soon. So anyway, thanks for asking. There you go. Yeah, Lewis Birmingham. I Eddie, Cambodia is the best bet. No money deposit. And when you enter, you get an e-visa and you just extend it for a year. Job done. Now, I keep hearing about this. And it does sound good because I like Cambodia. I really, really like Cambodia. And it does sound good. But how long is it going to stay like that? Because the thing is, these countries have a habit, don't they, of swapping and changing. And 1 minute you've got, they're inviting you in, they're tempting you with very, very easy visas and all this kind of stuff. And the next minute they have a change in plan. Vietnam did. Vietnam was tipped, as a great retirement destination some years ago. And then all of a sudden they pulled the carpet from underneath the expats and chased them all out, basically, So yeah, if it stays like that, it seems good for now, but how long will it stay like that? Be more, Ron. Nice to hear from you, Ron. I'm coming to London in mid-October. Okay, good for you anyway, mate. We don't expect great weather, but good for you anyway, mate. Nice to hear from you, Ron. I hope all's well. Ian, I'm just going to go and get myself a little bit of a, what do we call it, for a moment. Back in a sec. Okay. So what was it again? In UK, I had regards your visa. There are agencies who can facilitate your needs for the small fee. Most expats do that. Don't worry about that. Yeah, I've heard about this. I've heard about this, and I know exactly what you mean about the 20 grand and all this kind of stuff. I have a saying: there's only one way to do anything, and that's properly. If you don't do it properly, then it's sooner or later it'll come back to bite you on the ass. I'm not pretty. I'm not sure that I'm not necessarily planning on getting any form of retirement visa in Thailand anyway. Not really. I could have other things in mind, but thanks for your info anyway. Richie NY, love your skinny look. Okay, thank you. Jay Smith, Thailand's not expensive. I live in Thailand. Just got back from 6 weeks in the UK. That is expensive. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Co-op diet ginger beer. Love it. Yeah, Thailand's not expensive. I live in Thailand. Just got back from 6 weeks in the UK. That is expensive. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you compare Thailand to Western prices, then it's still a good value country. Yeah, it is still good value. But if you really want to live it up and enjoy yourself, you can. I mean, the temptations are there. You can blow through a small fortune in the entertainment zones of Thailand. You see, the problem that I have with countries that are really, really cheap is that people often exaggerate how cheap they are. That's what they do with Thailand. People have exaggerated for years. It's cheap, but it's not that bloody cheap. Not as much as people people say it is. Okay, where are we now? Yeah, Paul C. You need a bank account in Thailand to get the retirement visa. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's exactly. Mr. Mitch, a retirement visa in Thailand requires the opening of a Thai bank account. Yeah, and it also requires an address there. Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. I get that. Oh, here you go, Ian Bowden. My passport is over 10 years old by 3 months, but the expiry date is March 2024. Yeah. It's over, yeah, whatever. Well, the expiry date is March 2020. It seems strange going to a European country, really, doing that. But I mean, I wouldn't leave it. My the expiry date on my passport is September 2024. So I'm getting it done now. But really sorry to hear that. Anyway, Ian, because I know you were planning on a really good holiday. Really sorry to hear that, mate. Uh, yeah, crypto Chris card. The Thai has a lot of broke Farangs, apparently some of which are homeless. I mean, are Farangs really homeless in Thailand? I personally haven't really met any Farangs in Thailand or Pattaya or anywhere like that who are down and out. I've heard of the phrase beg packer, but the idea of them being down and out and all of that, I've never actually met anything perfect. There is a guy, an old European guy, who I see begging for change by somewhere around Second Road. I've seen him a few times, but be more wrong. Be more wrong. I'm going to London in mid-October. Any recommended areas to meet some nice ladies? I wouldn't recommend it. I wouldn't recommend England for anything, to be honest with you, Ron. I wouldn't recommend that. Just all I will say is be careful that you don't get ripped off. Because London, Jesus Christ, they want an arm and probably want an arm and a leg. Andrew Johnson. Hello, Eddie. Hope you're well, mate. Still recovering. So, Andrew is a retiree out in Thailand. He also lives in John TM, and he's having a good life there. He's had a bit of an illness recently, so I hope you're feeling well, Andrew. Anyway, and stay well and all that. It's great to hear from you. Hopefully, we'll meet again in the not too distant future. McLaren is here. Nice to hear from you. Yeah, Ian Bowden, so easy to fall into my mistake of no knowledge of EU rules now that we are out. Yeah, that's commiserations. I'm sorry to hear that, mate. I'm sorry to hear that. That's Ian UK. Nice to hear from you. Nice to hear from you, Ian. I've met Ian and his brother in Cambodia, so nice to hear from you, mate. Mike Richardson, Thailand is not as cheap as it once was, but it's still a great place to visit. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Paul Hoskin is here. They want non-bar goers like the Chinese and the end. Well, why do they want that? Why is that? Why is that? Maybe is the Chinese more likely to buy property there, or Indians, or whatever. I don't know. Needs thinking about that one. Nice to hear from you, Paul. Johnny D, £8.95. I've just paid for the pad Thai takeaway in UK. I wouldn't have one of them in Thailand. I don't like them. I don't like them. Bobby Webber is here. Hey there, Eddie. Just checking in. San Remo, good. San Remo's not. I've been to San Remo. It's in northern Italy. When you're coming in from France. Hope you're well. Okay, nice to hear from you, mate. I mean, whenever Bobby mentions San Remo, I always think of, when I first started traveling anywhere. Yeah, I went to France and Italy, And yeah, I've stopped off in San Remo for a night. Hope all's well, mate. Andy Johnson, I've been ill, slowly getting myself back to recovery. Well, I wish you the best, Andrew. I hope all's well, mate. I hope all's well. Yeah, your travels. Thailand is dead cheap. I've traveled most of the West, so when I go to Thailand, it's cheap, cheap, cheap. Oh well, good for you, man. It can be. It can be. See, I'm going to see Thailand differently because when I go there, I'm not going to go there as a, how can I put it? Should we say semi-alcoholic? Or no, not an alcoholic, but someone who's got alcohol dependence, someone who's got to have a beer day and night, whatever category that comes under. I'm not going to go there dependent on beer. Whether I have a beer or not is another matter. But I'm going to spend less money on alcohol when I go out to Thailand or Cambodia, whatever. A lot less money on alcohol than what I've spent in the past. And alcohol, especially in Thailand, alcohol is a big expenditure. If you're going to go on holiday, I mean, in Thailand, then alcohol is a lot of your budget will go on alcohol, no question about it. Because beer has never been cheap in Thailand, never been that cheap. Okay, let's see. Let's see. That one guy, Thai lady, ready to try the new Eddie, nice and sober, nice and steady. Okay, okay, okay. Let me just see. Oh, there's a lot of. I'm well behind in the chat. Aren't I well behind in the chat? Oh my God, I'm miles behind in the chat. I'm miles behind in the chat. Apologies for this. It's that one guy, Eddie. I've been sober 4 months. I'm mad as hell. Okay, okay. Thank you for that super chat. I'll put it on the screen when I catch you. Thank you for that super chat, mate. Anyway, I do appreciate that. Appreciate that. Cheers. And well done for being well done for being sober as well. Good for you, mate. Anyway, I hope it feels good the way it feels good for me. Fat Boy Slim, love your live streams. Being poorly, you make me feel like being away. Really appreciate your time on the YouTube. You don't realize how your live streams change people's lives. That's so nice of you to say that. That's so nice of you to say that. Yeah, yes, Savage. Cheap Charlies think Thailand is expensive. It's not expensive. Thailand is dirty. Cheap Charlie mongers think it's expensive. Okay. Is that the same? Is that the same, yours travels? Not quite sure. There's a lot of fakes going around. Stereo Max, for hospitality and tourism, no one does it better than Thailand. But with regards to retirement there, unless you've got a lot of money in your bank, it's now a no-no. Mexico for me. Is Mexico cheaper than Thailand? Really? To retire? Is it? Is it? Mike Richardson says you need 6 months minimum left on your passport for travel to the EU. Oh well. Telecom, I will buy. Nice to hear from you, Telecom. I hope all's well. I hope you're having a nice Friday. I will buy your boot just for its cover. Really, really. What did you say? You want to see the cover again? Subliminal advertising. You ain't seen the last of this cover. This is the cover that I've. Oh, do you think it's okay? Do you think it's a good cover? Ed Sweeney's 5 Go to Pattaya. Okay. Coming soon to a Amazon bookshelf near you. Thanks for that. Anyway. Yogi Bear, no fella, it's all changed. Right now, the visa bill is in wanting to be passed. All visas will be escaped. Is that and a tourist can only stay or whatever. That's it's all very very confusing. Michael Tordoff, they go on about visa restrictions in Thailand, but the powers to be don't really care about the 30-day passport up to 45, then back down. Why? Okay, fair enough. Dutch Farang, nice to hear from you, mate. Dutch Dutch Farang, nice nostalgic cover. What did you say? Cover? What is cover? Subliminal advertising, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, Citizen Mikey, the Battaya 5, Eddie and 5 beds. Okay. Paul Hoskin, 5 Scousers meet 5 Indians on Beach Road. Somehow I don't think so, mate. Unless the 5 Indian Scousers. Telecom, I want an autograph first edition copy, please. Okay, we'll see what we can do anyway. I'll see what I could do. Cheers, Telecom. David Mayer, nice to hear from you. Paul C, that's a brilliant idea. 5 go to Battaya. Okay. Roger Manifold, nice to hear from you. Yeah, Padmeister General. Padmeister General. You don't need any vaccines for Thailand, just some insect repellent. Watch what you eat, drink bottled water, and be careful of the soy dogs and certain ladies. Okay, them bloody soy dogs. I bet getting bit by one of them bastards isn't a great deal for them. They look so. I love animals. I love dogs and cats and whatever. But something about those soy dogs. They just look so skanky. And they look so skanky. And what worries me is on some crowded roads with traffic whizzing past them. I see these soy dogs. I have a tendency to get out of the way. I don't like the look at them. Let's see. Can I? Have I got it? See, there you go. Soy dogs. That was. I took that picture through a fence in Pattaya. I took that picture of them, and Jesus, don't they look like a bunch of mean buggers? Don't they look? You can tell what they're thinking, can't you? They're thinking that prick with the camera gets any closer and we'll have him. They're just pretending that they can't see me. And you're just waiting for me to make a move, and they look like a nasty bunch, don't they? They look like they're soy dogs. I just don't like the look of them at all. Anyway, Leeds, nice to hear from you, mate. Popcorn, have you negotiated the movie rights? Yeah. Well, if you know a movie producer, then put in a good word for me. Nice to hear from you, Popcorn. Christopher King. Hi, Chris and Ketty, Liverpool. Okay, nice to hear from you. I hope all's well in Liverpool. And anyway, Chris and Ketty, nice to hear from you. Let me see. David Mayer, if I buy the book, can I get it autographed? We're trying to arrange something. We'll try and do. If I get invited to wherever you are for a book sign, and we'll arrange it. Mark Leo, Ed, Vietnam 45 days free visa exempt. Well, I heard it's going up to 90. I heard it's going up to 90, so 45 days isn't really a lot anyway, is it? Mike Richardson, one-stop visa in Pattaya will sort you out. I know in Sobriety there's Cambodia visa. I've used that one, and they're pretty good. One-stop visa, but I never used that one. Let's see. Oh, Rivnut, when you going out there, Eddie? I'm off for 5 months at the end of November. Good for you. Beats working through the winter in Bobby Tracy. I can beats working anywhere. But Bobby Tracy's a nice place. Bobby Tracy's a good town. You're close to Dartmoor there, so don't knock it. It's but yeah, I think I'd rather be in Pattaya. Who's this? Ivan says Indonesia is a gem. I traveled through Java on a train, stopping along magical places. Also the Komodo Islands, Labadjan, but there's more to it than Bali. But is it the kind of place that you would want to live? Would you want to live there though? I mean, I haven't been to Indonesia except for Bali, which I didn't like. Tom, I've just come on live, Eddie, and someone is ransacking your kitchen. Okay, that's me and the ginger beer. Yeah, who's this? I go Veld. So your book is about Ladyboy Jeffrey. Well, I don't know who Jeffrey is, but I mean, no book about bloody Pattaya would be complete without a Ladyboy episode somewhere along the line. Lewis Birmingham, and to rent an apartment in Siam Reap is quite cheap, at about 150 a month. Well, I've seen some of the 150. I mean, I think really, I mean, you get something very, very basic with that. I'd be aiming for something a bit more than that. But I like Siam Reap. I mean, there's certain places where you just feel comfortable. And I like Siam Reap. I feel very, very comfortable in that place. It's a good town. It's a good town. And it's even a good location. From Siam Reap to Pattaya, you can be there by road between 9 or 10 hours. That's not too bad. Happy. You can go to the UK. They don't care. You don't even need a passport to get in. Daryl Fox, he's off to Thailand and Vietnam this winter. Good for you, mate. Good for you. So let's just see. Where are we now? Carl D. Eddie, are you missing the beard at all? Do you ever get tempted? No. I'm cured. I am cured. I am cured. It's almost 6 months now since I last touched a drop of alcohol. I like the diet ginger beer from the co-op. I drink this every night and I love it. Non-alcoholic. Yeah, not a problem. So I've been cured. I'm not an alcohol dependent anymore. Now, when I'm in a hot climate, I it's possible. Like I might, think, oh, I've got to have a cold beer, especially if I pass, a cafe or a bar or whatever where people are drinking cold beer. I might well think, but the thing is, I'm not going to be drinking to the level that I was before. No way am I. I'm not an alcohol dependent anymore. So that's the good thing. Mr. Mitch, when made into a movie, I'll play the white knight that paid the Buffalo vet's bills, Mama's back surgery, Papa's liver transplant, built a house, and went home broke without my tail between my went home broke with my tail between my legs. Mitch, you've just given me an idea for the sequel. That's the sequel. That's it. Well done, mate. That's the sequel. I'm going to read that out again. Mr. Mitch, when made into a movie, I'll play the white knight that paid the Buffalo vet's bills, Mama's back surgery, Papa's liver transplant, built a house, I went home broke with my tail between my legs. Well said, mate. Well said. You just give me the idea for the sequel. Let me see. Yeah, McLaren, is the backbone on it? Not just yet, mate. Not just yet. Maybe later. Yours Towers, Yogi, when they change it, it'll be okay. Fair enough. Let's Matthew Navarro. Where's the best place for scenery, beaches, and prices between Vietnam, Cambodia, and Thailand, please, mate? The best place for scenery, beaches. Well, it's loads of places between all three of them. Vietnam's, Thailand, and Thailand's got tons of scenery. It's got islands. It's got islands and cities and Vietnam's got all three of them. All three of them are worth seeing, mate. Loads of go to all spend many months traveling through all three of them. Plenty of places. Wells 32. Mind you, your 5-star hotel in Thailand is a lot cheaper than a 5-star in Blackpool. Yeah, I know. I know where I'd rather be. And it wouldn't be that bloody place with a meaningless tower either. Robert Burnett, nice to hear from you, Robert. Eddie, you look good and younger. Good job. Okay, thank you, Robert. I hope all's well. I hope all's well, mate. Hope you're keeping well. So let me just skip through a bit of these. I'm sorry I'm falling a bit behind time. Sergio, I'll have to skip through some of these. I've fallen well behind. Sergio, Eddie, do you plan on staying only in Thailand or traveling? Probably travel. I'll be doing a different type of. I'll be going abroad indefinitely. That's the plan. Okay, indefinitely. That's a good word, that isn't it? I will be in Cambodia and Thailand between those two, maybe Vietnam, but I don't really think I'll be going to any countries other than those three. Other than those, I will be traveling, but instead of staying in hotels, I'll be renting apartments, condos for maybe months at a time. I will not be just staying only in Thailand. I don't think so anyway. Um, but I'll be staying long term in certain places. That's the plan. I'll be doing pedestrian travel, which is a phrase that I've used before. I mean, I'll be taking my time. I mean, if I'm gonna retire out there or stay abroad indefinitely, I'll rent myself a nice, comfortable apartment in a good location, and I'll stay there for as long as it suits me and make videos and whatever. It will be with regards to the YouTube channel. It will be I'll be making videos. It will be different. It will be different than before because I'll be traveling in a different way at a far more pedestrian place and stopping around in places to get to know. But I'll be traveling indefinitely. Really, I won't just be staying in Thailand. Oh, that's good. Darmy, I did the same, Ed. I renewed my passport online a year early and arrived in 10 days, mate. Do you know what? I might just do tomorrow. I might either going to go to the post office or I'm going to get it done there because they open on Saturdays, or I'm going to I'm going to try and attempt to do it online again. What it is, I've heard that it's quite easy to do online. But the thing is, they keep directing me to this government gateway bloody thing, and it comes up with my old phone number, my old phone number. And I've messaged them, tried to message them to say I've changed my phone number, but they don't get back to me. It keeps coming up with my old phone number, which is no good. But 10 days, that's bloody good. Big Doug. Hi, I hope you're well. I come back from 3 week holiday on 23rd of November. Hi, Eddie. Hope you well. I come back from 3 week holiday on 23rd of November. My passport runs out on 24th of June. That'll be all right. Well, just about, mate. I wouldn't risk that, but because that's 6 months and one day. I make that. I'd still, obviously maybe that's the way you planned it, but I'd still, well, obviously, best of luck anyway. That's all I can say. Roy goes, I would apply for your new passport now. It took over 3 months to renew mine earlier this year. Yeah, I will. I'll get it done soon. There's two things I've got to do over the next week. One of them is get my passport sorted out, and the other is to upload this to an Amazon bookshelf near you. I don't want to mention it again. Like anyway, where are we now? Yeah, McLaren says, yeah, I have to have at least 6 months left in your passport to go pretty much anywhere. Okay. Gemini Star, I think this is a message to be more on. Gemini Star, best place to meet ladies in London is Soho. Make sure you've got a massive wallet. Yeah, absolutely. Probably, yeah. But I have no personal experience of any of that, but yeah, I know what you mean. Telecom, Blackpool on Queen Street has some lovelies. Blackpool, oh God Almighty. Well, I tell you what, of all the inexplicable tourist attractions, I think Blackpool Tower comes out number one. I mean, why? I mean, why did they put a tower there? Because you go up it and you can only see up there what you can see on the ground anyway. Three piers and a flat landscape. Stuart Lennox, days of double taxation in Thailand, going to get rid of poor expats. I don't think it will be double taxation because the thing is, you only have to pay. I don't think if you live in Thailand, you're going to have to pay tax on any earnings in Thailand and back in the UK. I think I think there's a dual agreement there somewhere. I hope so anyway. But it's just they're very fact that they're raised there. I mean, it's getting more and more complicated. It just seems to me to be getting more hostile. Oh. Paul Harrison, I just booked up 3 weeks in Thailand next month, 690. Okay. Just booked up 3 weeks in Thailand next month, 690 with China Eastern, a 3-hour stop at Shanghai. Sounds good. Good for you, mate. Good for you. Good for you. Crypto Chris says, let's get that on the screen. Beer in Spain is cheaper than Thailand. I know. Beer is, I mean, you know, beer isn't necessarily cheap in Thailand. I know that everybody knows some little rough and ready bars in Pattaya where you can get 50 or 60 baht beer, you know, bottle of beer. Everyone knows places like that. But if you go in the entertainment zones of Nana Plaza and Soy Cowboy, and they're the places that you will want to visit, they're bloody expensive. The beer is expensive. It's not cheap at all. Dami, it's the exchange rate that is killing Southeast Asia. Okay. Stuart Lennox, beer in South Africa is much cheaper and better than Thailand. Okay. Roy Gold, there's talk of Thailand increasing the free entry to Thailand to 90 days. And so they should, and so they should. Yeah, you know, I mean, that'll be a good start anyway. David Mayer, Chinese and Indians are bigger spenders. Are they? Okay. Hasta la vista. Hey, Ed, glad to be watching live again. Just got the missus over from Thailand this month. Will you say her name's Ratty? She's watching along. Hello, Ratty. Hello, Ratty or Ratty or Ratty. Nice to hear from you anyway. I hope all's well, and I hope you enjoy your stay in England anyway. P. Paul of Thailand. Nice to hear from you, Paul. I think compared to prices increase worldwide, I don't think Thailand rent and travel it's too expensive. Okay, well that's fair comment. Fair comment. Nice to hear from you, mate. Yours Travels. Crypto Chris, I still get beers in the bars in Thailand for 60 baht. I just traveled through Spain and average beer was four euros. Well, that's a huge difference. You can get you can get you know, bottles of beer, not pints, but bottles of beer in Thailand for 60 baht. But if you go in, you know, sooner or later you will want a night out in the main entertainment areas. Soy Cowboy, you know, Nana, you know, you want a night out there, and also walking streets, you know, and they're expensive. They're not cheap at all. Capitonian. Greetings from Cape Town, Eddie. I've early retired since January this year. I'm happy to retire down here, though. I live at the beach, so it's fine for me. Once a year for a month in Land of Smiles is enough. Well, good for you, and it's nice. Yeah, Kate, I haven't been to South Africa. You know, I've heard mixed reviews, but I mean, Capitonian or Capitonian, yeah, you know, loves Cape Town, South Africa, and he's by the beach. So good for you, mate. Good for you. Good for you. Nice to hear you. A nice positive outlook on life. Dutch Farang says, rate Europe, it's rate euro to Thai baht looking good. Okay. Keep your nose out. You going to Thailand for Christmas and New Year? No, I will be there afterwards. I haven't booked yet, but we'll see. But let's talk about flight prices in a moment. That one guy, oh, my super chat. Okay, thank you for that super chat, $5. That's really, really kind of you, and well done for you know, staying sober, mate. Yeah, Paul Hoskin. There's over 1 billion Indians and Chinese. The potential for the ties is huge. Oh yeah. Fair comment. 1 billion in each continent. Yeah. See what you mean, mate. I live southern. When you move out there, are you living in Bangkok or Pattaya? Pattaya will be more likely, won't it? Let me see. What's this? Cab over my Thailand just up to fines from 500 baht to 2,000 baht for no helmet on a bike and no seatbelt in a car. Well, the thing is, I've been in bloody vehicles where there are no seatbelts. Yeah, you know what I mean? Taxis and all of that. Simon Goodison, going to Bangkok for 28 nights in March. That's how much I love it. Good for you, mate. Good for you. Bangkok Universe. I want to find a wife from Thailand or China or Vietnam. Well, good luck. How about having all three? Well, no, good luck to you, mate. Best of luck. Eddie, I just have two nights a week on beer, then 5 days off. Just stay strong, mate, and enjoy it. Oh yeah, good for you, mate. I haven't. I mean, I gave up. I gave up the booze 6 months ago, and we'll see how it pans out. I, right now in England, I'm going to remain off the booze totally. But when I go out into a hot climate like that one behind me there, um, it could be a different story. We'll see. But the important thing is I'm not an alcohol dependent anymore. Stuart Lennox, alcohol not expensive in Thailand, becomes expensive when you start buying lady drinks. Yeah, absolutely. You buy me drink. You buy me drink. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. Mike Richardson, if you go to Thailand and spend all the time on the bay, it's not cheap. But if you travel by public transport and drink water, you get a lot for your money. Water, I mean, what water's good for you, but I mean, I don't think I could have a night out and drink water. I don't. I'd have to have something tasty. I couldn't have a night out and drink water. I don't know how I'll cope with that. I mean, I still would like to visit go-go bars. I'm not sure I could go into a go-go bar and drink water. Well, I don't know how I could cope with that. I'd be drinking like a lemonade drink, then that's probably not very cheap. Let me see. David Mayer, goodbye, steady Eddie. Hello, sober Eddie. Okay, thank you. I'll put bottle babies coming. Philippines is a poor man's Hawaii. I've never heard that before. It's good saying. Patar Damble, well, we have, yeah. The Philippines is good for a nice girlfriend, but everything else is a complete hole. People are so done there. You actually can't believe it. Well, I wouldn't say that about them. I think that they're nice, people. I wouldn't say that they're nice people, but the place itself is just not developed. And sometimes, the poverty and the garbage and all that kind of stuff. I mean, you go to Thailand and they look. The thing about Thailand, especially the islands, they look after their beaches. Wow, they look after the beaches in Thailand. They do, with the exception of Pattaya. I mean, Pattaya, they do look after it, but they can't really do much about that sewage pipe and all of that. But Thailand looks after its beaches. But the Philippines, not so, not so. Yeah. Let's see. Telecom says nice cover, nice cover. I think her and I could be friends. Nice. Oh, you're talking about the girl on the nice cover. Okay. As soon as you mention it, just come grab myself a drink. Okay. There we go. Where are we? Where are we? Okay. Yeah, yours travel says Mexico was more expensive than Thailand. I traveled the full length of Mexico and love it, but it's more expensive than Thailand. Yeah, I've been to Mexico. I mean, I would certainly say that. Yeah, Gemini Star says excellent cover. Thank you. As soon as you mention it, just put it on the screen again. Brian Street says top cover. Serge R says cover looks great. Uh, Telecom, that's a hair, right? That's definitely looks like a hair to me, definitely. Telecom, some ladyboys are very passable there. They are, yeah, they are. Crypto Chris card. Crypto Chris card. Five scouts is going to Robin Bataya after they blow their spender money in 3 days. Has somebody leaked my book, have they? Has somebody actually leaked it? Oh, God almighty. Potmaster. Yeah, let's get that off a moment. The Thailand 20-year elite visa price has gone from 1 million baht to 5 million baht. What will happen to the retirement fees? And yet the thing is, the Thailand 20-year elite visa has gone from 1 million baht, which is, well, what's that? Is that about 20 grand in English money, to 5 million? What? 20 years from, and that's not refundable, is it? Is that how much that's how much you pay, isn't it? From 1 million to 5 million baht. I mean, the thing is, with the retirement fees, you have to pay 800 baht, which will probably 800,000 baht, which will probably go up. But that's still your money. You get to put in your bank account. You just got to keep it there. But I mean, it looks to me like you've actually got to spend that money. It's something that's bloody. I won't be doing it. I won't be doing that. That's for sure. Telecom. Zoom in on the cover. Is that possible? Is that possible? Is that possible? I don't think I can. I don't think I can sit. Or can I? No, I don't think I can do that here. I don't think I can do that here. Roy Gold, you've nicked the title from your book from Enid Blyton. I don't believe Enid Blyton wrote a book about Pattaya. Dutch Farang, Eddie, your book is a good read. Well, that's it isn't out yet. Nam Yai expected. Internet, I was planning on going back to Thailand next year after 5 years absence, but I've decided to go to Bali in Australia instead, as I've never been to Bali. Oh well, good luck for you. Good luck anyway. Depends what you like, mate. Yeah, McLaren F1 race book title: Five newbies scraped the barrel. Yeah, something like that. There we go. Stuart Lennox. Double taxation, and rumor is that YouTubers have to pay tax on their income. What's the for angst to start running? I am using the word hostile, aren't I? You know, it does seem to be getting more hostile. Yours Travels was chatting with Jeff Carter today. He is in Thailand soon. He's looking at flights now. Absolutely, absolutely. I don't normally mention other YouTubers, but Jeff Carter is a legend. Jeff Carter's great. I can't. He's been out of Thailand for a while, and I'm looking forward to him being back in Thailand because I can't wait to see his videos. Jeff Carter, one of the first Thai vlogger that I ever watched. Can't wait to see his stuff. Let's see. Who's this? Richie. Kyrgyzstan ladies are best. It's not on the menu for me. Sean, me and Dad are going to Thailand next year in October. Is the plan? Okay, good for you. It's not the weather can still be a bit hit and miss in October. If you want to go somewhere, I was once there in Hua Hin in the month of October, and it was very blustery. You're not guaranteed the weather in October. That can still be in the rainy season, so you may want to consider that. January and February, they're really good months to go there. It's Dutch Farang, you're in a soy. What? You're in a soy. Well, one side five aggressive soy dogs, other side five aggressive ladyboys. Which way were you? My worst nightmare. My worst nightmare. Yeah, Chris, Julian, Dick, and Anne, George, and Timmy the dog. Okay. Legan, hi Eddie. Hope you got the girl to sign a release for the pick. These days they will say you were using them without their permission. That is actually from that's from an app that I've used, and I do have permission to use that. I do have permission to use that. I'm paying for the image by the app. I'll talk all about that, but you talk about this one. Another excuse. Yeah, this is from Canva. So I paid for the app, and it's okay. It's all good. Paul O'Sullivan. We'll look forward to reading that. I still remember my first Pattaya holiday in 2004, strutting down Soy 8. Okay, good for you, mate. Yeah. Yours travels. We have four. Get that off the screen. I have to take that off the screen, and if I leave that book cover on the screen too long, you may think that I'm promoting it in some way. Yours travels. We have four soy dogs where the girlfriend lives. They look scary, but they are great dogs. I feed them all the time. I suppose feeding them, befriending them that way probably makes all the difference. London Cab, Thailand. Good evening to you, London Cab. Nice to hear from you, mate. I hope all's well. Nice to hear from you. Super Steve, next month is high season in Bataan. Not quite, not quite. I mean, the high season is like from, sort of middle of November till middle of March. But even in November, the weather can be a bit hit and miss. It's not quite just yet. Let me see now. Okay. Somebody's phoning me on Facebook here. Let's see. Charlie Shearer, Ed, going to Cambodia for 4 days from Thailand. Is it best to apply for an e-visa in UK before time? If you're going to Cambodia for 4 days, you'll get a visa on arrival. You have to pay about $30 for it at the airport, but you don't have to. No, you can get it on arrival. You've got to have to pay for it either way. Stephen Tutty. Oh, yeah. What motivated you to write a book? How much will it cost? Well, I can't answer the second one just yet, but it'll be a reasonable price. What motivated? Well, I felt I had a good story to tell. So, it coming soon. Coming soon. Dutch Farang. Is Siam Reap good for mongering? It used to be. It used to be. It's not as good as it was. It used to be. I mean, but not as good as it was. But it's still a great city. I still love Siam Reap. Yeah, Paul C. Regarding alcohol, Chang is 740 baht per 24 packs. Yeah, whatever. Okay, okay. So, yeah, yes, I was Cambodia looks okay for 1 to 2 weeks, but nothing like that. It depends what you like. I like Cambodia. I do like that place a lot, and I will be spending a lot more time there. Telecom, you look great too, Eddie. Very healthy. Thank you. More compliments, please. More compliments. Yeah, thank you. That's very, very kind of you, Telecom. Telecom, one day at a time and steady as she goes. Cheers. Thank you. Dark and Donkey. I won't go back to alcohol beer ever. Always non-alcohol for now. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to have to skip through some of these. Telecom, being off the alcohol for 30 years, it was a life-saving decision, and you will enjoy life so much better now. I am enjoying it better. I feel better. I feel so much better now. It'd be nice to know that my liver has improved. We'll see about that. We'll say about that anyway. But I'm glad that I've done it anyway. That's been my achievement of the year so far. Is actually giving up the booze. Bangkok Universe. You lose the weight when you stop the booze. I'm hoping to follow Ed Sweeney and stop for 4 months. Okay. Let me see now. Okay, so let me see. I'm gonna have to skip through these. Yeah, Ian Bowden. Ed, if you have expat health insurance for the country you actually settle in, then surely you will then have to buy insurance for any other country you will visit. Yeah, that's a good point. But I will be I think I'll be looking at more like nomad insurance. Safety Wing does a nomad insurance where you can travel from country to country. So I know what you mean, Ian, but I think I will be hopping back and forwards between countries for the foreseeable future. I think Safety Wing does no. In fact, I heard tonight from Eason Man a phrase that I've never ever heard before. OAP nomads. I kind of like that. I like the idea of being an OAP nomad. Yeah, Roy Gold. It's always cheaper to rent a place for a year anywhere in Southeast Asia. Well, I'll be giving that a go anyway. John Key, 5 Go to Retire needs an audiobook version too. Okay. Telecom, do the ladies accept gold bars? Asking for a friend. Well, my guess to that question is yes. With both hands, they'll accept it. Kirby TV, I've got a fat wallet full of receipts from all the establishments that have my pants down. Okay. Teleco, Eddie, I was kidding about Blackpool. I know what that area is. Great place to visit, terrible place to live in. Okay, so I'm just going to skip through some of these here. Ian Bowden, you put more plugs into your bookhead than what there are in a Sing factory. Okay, fair enough. Yourselves, Ed, I would recommend buying a scooter. I bought a Honda Click, 160cc, cost 68,000 baht, but saves a fortune in the long run. The girlfriend used it when I'm in the UK. Taxis and tuk-tuks are scammed. 68,000 baht. How much is that then? How much is 68,000 baht? Uh, yeah. Is that a couple of grand, something like that? Is it? Saves you a fortune in the long run. Yeah, probably does. But then if you're hopping back and forth from country to country, okay. I want to shy away from. I like to shy away from motorbikes because I'm not used to them. I'm a car driver. I'm not used to motorbikes, and I've seen too many bad accidents on them. I wouldn't trust myself. Pinball. Uh, Pinball, Ed, I would recommend getting your passport renewal done at the post office. I did mine end of last year. They complete everything for you and even take your photos. I got my new passport within a week. I would recommend getting your passport renewal done at the post. I did mine end of last year. They complete everything for you and even take your photo. Okay, well, I might just get that done tomorrow then. Some say do it online. Some says the poster. I've heard somebody was telling me the other day, you best get it done at the poster because it takes all the hassle out of it. Javier Lopez. Hi, Eddie. Good evening. Have you worked out more or less your monthly budget when you will be permanently living in Southeast Asia? By the way, I really like the title of your book. Okay, thank you for that. The monthly budget. Well, I'll be spending much if I'm living out there. I'll be spending a lot. Sorry, a lot less than what I would do as a tourist. I'll be spending a lot less because I won't be going out every night and you know I've got my drinking under control. So I'll probably be spending a lot less. Really. I haven't actually worked it out just yet. S Travels 4K. Nice to have you, mate. Good evening from Cyprus. Sitting having some dessert and enjoying the views here. Good to see you do a live on this channel. Hope all is well. Okay, thanks for that, mate. S Travels 4K does a wonderful channel, as you know. You know, he films his walk around videos are the best ones out there. And look forward to seeing more of his stuff. Check him out, please, by all means. Yeah. Your travel, Treetown LK Metro have 60 to 80 bar beers all night with live entertainment, so you're wrong on that one. It's just expensive as Sims buying drinks. Okay, fair, all right, fair. I don't really go to Treetown. I go to LK Metro. I don't go to Treetown very much. LK Metro's good. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, Paul C. Paul C. Okay, let's talk about this. Paul C. Do people think the prices of flights are getting ridiculous? Okay, so I'll just remove that one off there. I'll hide that one. Okay, and we put a new banner. I've got a minute. Put a new banner up there. Okay, so we're done with that one. Okay, so I'm going to phrase it like this. Are flights getting cheaper or more expensive? Simply because Paul Say, was it Paul Say? Paul Say. Was that Paul Say who asked that question? Let's see. I think it was Paul C, wasn't it? Yeah. I think it was Paul C who asked that question because Paul C thinks that flights are getting expensive. But I looked the other day at flights, and it looked to me like the value was getting a bit better, not as good as it used to be, but better than it was a year ago. So what do you reckon? What do you reckon? Paul Hoskin, if you go to Albania, there's loads of single girls there. All the men have gone to UK. Okay, well said, well said. Going to skip through this. Okay, so I'll leave that question on the screen in a moment. In the meantime, squeaky door time. Okay, so yeah, Isa man, nice to have you. Isa man, cost of living in Thailand vary a lot from tourist areas to non-tourist areas and between the regions. Yeah, okay, nice to hear from you, mate. Johnny B is here. Nice to hear from you, mate. Are you ready? How was your summer, pal? Crap. Are you ready for your winter travels? Well, you know, got all that under review. Nice to hear from you, Johnny. Dutch Farang, Eddie, can you put the cover for 60 seconds? I need 30 to recover. Okay. Gemini Star, Eddie, have you copyrighted the cover? As soon as you upload something like that, it's copyrighted. It's like making as far as I know, unless you know different, it's like making a YouTube video. As soon as you make your own video, and as soon as you upload it to YouTube, that's it. It's your copyright from there on. It's your video. You already. That's the way I understand it. I can imagine it's the same with the cover. The title's mine. You know, the actual images that I'm using, they are from an app, Canva, which you know, I'm paying for. So you know, that's included. Apollo Mission, nice to hear from you. Paul Hoskin, if you write a book, how graphic can it be? Do you mean it's adult? Yeah, I'm going to tick the box where it says adults only. Definitely, definitely. Ian Bowden says, best to book that one-way flight out. Cost of fuel is soaring for whatever reason. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. The flights, I glance at the flights and they look very, very reasonable. First thing I need to do before I book any flight, I need to get my passport. That's the first thing I need to do. Sorry to hear about your experience here, really am. Corky, Thailand 20-year visa, only 100 to be issued. They'll probably only sell about 5 of them. Yeah. McLaren, Eddie, is your ebook inaudible? I got 2 A's in English, but I hate reading books. I'm not planning Audible just yet. I think you mean audio, don't you? I'm not planning that just yet, but we'll see about it. Apollo mission. Wow, not been able to go a few months. How good do you look at it? Okay, thank you. Thank you. Keep the compliments coming, guys. Lord of Dreams is here. Nice to hear from you. Stephen Tutty, as it you will make a fortune on the royalties. I'm not counting me chickens. Not counting me chickens. Yeah, Roger Manifold. Wahin or Chumpon? I didn't like Chumpon. I didn't like that place. A lot cheaper and not as full on. Suits me better, especially if you're on a long vacation. Wahin's all right, but I didn't like Chumpon. I didn't like that place. McLaren, that boot cover image is atmospheric. A great image of the dodgy city in the land of smiles. Okay. The boot cover, which this boot cover, do you mean that boot cover? Yeah, that's the one you mean. Okay. Nice of you to say so anyway. Okay. Coming soon to an Amazon bookshelf in the not too distant future. Let's get that off the screen. Humongous. My mate ended up on the cover of a Man City book caught behind a landslide outside Old Main Road Stadium. Contacted the author on Twitter. He sent out a free book. Jesus, well, that's bloody generous of him, isn't it? That's generous of him. Telecom, will you use Faber and Faber to publish your book? I think I'll start off with Amazon first of all. You know, you can upload. You know, hopefully that's all going to be done. Faber and I don't know. I think that's a bit beyond me at the moment. What's that? Paul Hoskin. Let's get this one. I remember I saw that before the internet, reading an ad in the paper saying hardcore free to collector. So I rang the number and asked how much have you got? 5 tons, he says. Okay, like it, like it. Humongous. Did you use Grammarly to do the boring stuff, punctuation, etc.? Always thought about writing a short novel. A lot of work, I imagine. No, I never used any of that. I'm pretty good at writing. I think I am anyway. Telecom, is that Lisa Dale calling for a date? Oh God, I wouldn't give her my. Somebody was phoning me on Facebook. I wouldn't. But Bart Simpson, Waterstone's managing director, on the phone about the book. Okay, fair enough. Yours travels. Yours travels. It's great to get back to travel talk and forget about all of the depressing. Okay, fair comment. I'll have to skip forward with some of this chat. Yeah, Fazak is saying massive amounts of sugar in those ginger ales. Sugar is bad for the kidneys and blood as alcohol is for the liver. Sugar is awful for this is actually the dyed version, so it's got sweetening in it, but it hasn't got these sugary stuff. Paul Hoskin, I've got a story about a go-go bar in Batong, Pat Palm, but it's disgusting. Okay, well, go-go bars do feature in the book. Popcorn, when they make the movie, well, you do a Hitchcock and do a little cameo role. Yeah. There's actually a part in it where this old scouser appears. Yeah. Good idea, mate. Good idea. I thought of that. Steve Ray. I'm later. Go to Vietnam. Lao, Cambodia. Thailand seems to be up in prices. Nice to hear from you. Okay, nice to hear from you too. Anyway. Telecom, get your motor running and head out on the highway. I remember being down at Chinookville Beach in Cambodia, and they were playing that in this little beach bar. And I went for the shower because I'd been in the water, and I was singing that. And all of a sudden, next thing I knew, this Cambodian woman was singing along with me. That's whenever I think about that song. Cattle coffee. The problem with scooters in Thailand is that if somebody crashes into you, you'll not just have to pay for your hospital bills, but also for the ones that caused you the accident. Super unfair Thai rule. Oh, God Almighty! All the more reason to not ride motorbikes. John Mitch, both taxis in Pattaya are cheap as chips and much safer than the scooter. Yeah, that's what I'd say. Both can also be bloody unreliable. They can be very, very hit and miss. But yeah, absolutely, I'd go along with that, John. I don't think I'll be riding a motorbike anytime soon. Jeff Linton, Thailand has always been a hostile place for Farangs, but now it's dangerous. Tourism hasn't really recovered since COVID. What have we got here? What have we got here? Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hello? We've got somebody on the phone here.
This is Gareth in Newcastle. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Hello? Hello? Somebody on the phone there. Gareth in Newcastle.
Yes. Somebody's on the phone here.
Nice to meet you tonight. Yeah.
Roger Manifold says health insurance is possible in Siam Reap.
Video call. Yeah. Roger Manifold says.
I think we've got cross lines there, mate. I'm going to have to end that one there. I think I'm gonna have to end that one there. I think that was somebody there on Newcastle. Somebody phoned up on from Facebook. Okay. Yeah, this is an interesting one. Roger Manuel, health insurance is possible in Siam Reap if you've registered at one of the local hospitals for a package, cheaper than the online option. Oh, well, that's interesting. That's quite interesting. That's quite interesting. Humongous. Lisa is just jealous of your 20 stone wife. She wants to be your new 25 stone wife, Eddie, and ditch the Gambia for good. No comment. Dom says 1,500 quid a month in JomTM is a comfortable living. Yeah, that sounds good to me. Yeah, that sounds. You see, it's all down to it's entertainment, really, and late and beer and nights out and lady drinks and all that. That's where the real and bar fines and all this kind of stuff. That's where the real expense is. You know, if you cut down on that, those you can save a lot of money. Kiki and Jazz, what parts of Thailand are you going to move to? Well, I think if I was to stay in Thailand, it probably would be around Pattaya, JomTM area. Adam Moss, it's about time to start taxing their people and anyone earning money in their country. If they tax people for earnings made inside of Thailand, then work visas is required. Okay. So anyway, we're going to start talking about flights. McLaren says no, flights are not ridiculous. You can still go to the Philippines for under 800 quid. Okay, well, that's reasonably enough. That's reasonably enough. MJ says prices of flights are only going to keep going up. Can see them doubling within the next several years just from new climate taxes. Okay. Paul C says yes. John Mitch, you can get a monthly room with aircon in Central Battalion on Soy 13 for about 150 quid a month. Soy 13, wow, that's cheap, isn't it? A monthly room with aircon in Central Battalion. Soy 13 for about, Jesus, that's cheap. That's cheap. And the thing is, if you were in Soy 13, you wouldn't really need any transport, would you? I mean, you're on top of everything anyway there. Brian Street, the price of a barrel of oil has gone up again. Oh, well, never comes down, does it? Yeah, cheaper, but it's still low season. Well, I've been looking at flights for the new year. I've been looking at flights, January, February, March, whatever. And I'm looking at, they don't really seem that expensive. Not as cheap as they were, but not particularly bad either. Crypto Chris guy, crude oil is going way up, so it will feed into flight prices. This is what we all fear, yeah? Mike Richardson, I paid 762 with Emirates, and that includes 42 quid insurance. See, that's reasonable. That's not that bad. I paid that a couple of years ago. No, I didn't. The last a couple of years, when my first flight after the pandemic, as it was ending, I got an Emirates flight for about 465 return. So it is still quite expensive. Cats and good coffee. Steady Eddie Towers. Today you chose very good subjects to discuss it. Okay, thank you for that. Thank you for that. Telecom, I posted the pic of Penny Spencer. It was on the pilot episode of UFO on your Facebook. But yeah, I've seen it. Very, very nice. We talk a lot about UFO, the TV series from about 50 odd years ago on the other channel. Kiki and Jasmine, flights are staying the same level with Singapore Airlines. Well, I've never flown with Singapore Airlines, but I can imagine they're not that cheap. Let's see. Paul Oskin, when the oil runs out and we have electric planes instead, it would be dangerous to fly if there are storms. I wouldn't bloody fly. Would you fly in an electric plane? I bloody wouldn't. I wouldn't trust them. Bart Simpson. The book squeaks when you open the hardback version. Okay. Yeah, Gemini Star say flights have definitely gone down the last couple of months. It does look they're not cheap, but they're not ridiculously expensive either. Lucky 666 Thailand is not a cheap holiday like it used to be. Well, yeah, well, I think we all agree with that one. Ian Bowden, I've heard many people talk about London to Bangkok flight price in recent months, and I'm convinced that we booked our flights for Bangkok at the most expensive period about 5 months ago. Yeah, it looks. It's just. I glanced quite a bit the other day, and they look like they're better value. But then with the oil rise, and then you know, it's not gonna. It's probably going to go up further. Rivnot, 660 EVA Direct, not bad, I think. That's good. That's good. Good old EVA. So, I mean, it just seems to me that our flights getting cheaper or more expensive. Well, I mean, watch this space, really. I mean, nobody really knows what's going to happen. All I know personally, I'm going to get my passport sorted out pretty quickly. And before I think of it, I'm not going to book a flight before I get my passport sorted out. But it just looked to me when I was glancing at them, they're not that bad. That's the way it seems to me anyway. They're not that bad. Kenny T says, you used to Philippines for return 550 approximately. Cost me 690 one way plus a throwaway 15 return to. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. That's not good. Okay, let's see. Okay, you monks, yes, I've seen those hydrogen cars. You can swap the batteries around in about a minute. Okay, so anyway, Eastern man, I was paying 500 Manchester Bangkok return over 20 years ago. David Martins is here. Nice to hear from you. Okay, so we've been on for an hour and 50 minutes, so I'm gonna finish soon. Anyway, we've so we discussed about Thailand, whatever. At the end of the day, Thailand is not as cheap as it used to be. I think we're all agreed on that, but you can still get good value. And as for the flights, they're going ridiculously expensive, and then they're coming down again, and they may go up again. So God knows what's going to happen. Anyway, all I can say is I'll just get up with the chat first of all. Get up to date with the chat before we finish. Billy Shears, the one and only Billy Shears. I saw a direct flight in November from Heathrow to Bangkok. Month return 690. Yeah, that sounds like EVA. That does pretty good. Roy Gold, having a long-term girlfriend suits me. My costs are cheaper than being on my own, as I don't need to eat out or go to bars, etc. Well, good for you. Roy Gold lives a good life out there in Thailand, so good for him anyway. Yeah, good for him. Anyway, I'm going to finish pretty soon. I'm going to finish pretty soon. I do have a phone here, but it's not. It doesn't seem to be working very good, does it? Doesn't seem to be working. Well, doesn't seem to be working very good today. Doesn't seem to be working very good today. I don't know what's happening to that. Let's see. Couple more comments and then we'll finish. So anyway, we'll finish off with a phone call. Greetings.
Mr. Eddie.
Okay. Nice to hear from you, Clive. This is we're going to finish off with a phone call.
Before you ask, I wasn't the Indian man on the Facebook Messenger thing.
No, that was Hard Tulip. That was Gareth.
Oh, his name's Gareth, is it?
That was Gareth. That was Gareth. So anyway, what do you think, Clive, about flights? I mean, are they going more expensive or less?
I don't think so, because I paid £650 to go to Manila
Yes.
via Hong Kong.
Yeah.
And I had two meals. I had two meals on the way to Hong Kong. And they were, it wasn't, real bad timed flights. I mean, it was, what was it, about, I thought it was about past lunchtime, about 2-3 o'clock, I think it was.
Yeah.
Take off and then got to Manila.
Yes.
At about 6 o'clock, 5-6 o'clock their time. So then you've got like a few hours to, kind of think about how the hell you're going to get to the hotel, like, within a good time, like whilst everybody's, still working. But that was 650 quid, that was, and I thought that was pretty good.
Well, that sounds good.
I even got snacks. I can't remember now. I think I even got a snack or a meal from Hong Kong to Manila.
Yeah.
That's not bad. That's 650 quid. I mean, and also you're experiencing another. I know it's only a hub, a layover, but you're experiencing another country, another culture, but like for probably half an hour.
Yeah. Yeah.
And for any smokers out there, Hong Kong has a very, very nice smoking area. It's outside. They call it a garden.
Oh, really?
It's a garden. I mean, it's pretty big as well. Most of the airport workers are out there because obviously it's, China.
Yeah.
Smoke like, chimneys.
Yeah. Really? Well, that sounds good. That sounds really, really, really good. And so you're very, very much a Philippines man rather than a Thai man.
Not really. No. If I just started talking, I was chatting to a few women from Thailand.
Yeah.
I would have gone to Thailand, but like I never even thought about going to the Philippines.
Yeah.
It is. Oh yeah. This is for another, probably a phone call, but like Philippines, when you get there, they are unless you've actually got transport to get to the hotel, you're gonna get shafted.
Yeah.
I got shafted a little bit, but it was probably the best part of 2 hours getting to the hotel. My
friend who's been out to the Philippines many times, he had a terrible experience. You would have thought he'd know better, but he did get shafted with the taxis. He got ripped off big time.
They're very keen. They seem to. The problem is, I had no battery on my phone.
Yeah.
So the phone was completely dead. So I couldn't go on to the airport Wi-Fi, which I don't know.
Yeah.
What the airport Wi-Fi is like. It took literally an hour and a half to go through immigration because they had two people doing Filipino passports and one person doing like 5 planes worth of tourists.
Yes.
It was bloody ridiculous, mate. Seriously.
Yeah.
There must have been 300 people like just waiting. I was literally waiting an hour and a half. But like I had no phone in my battery. That was due to I didn't have. Now this is a tip: get an adapter from USB-C to USB, because most planes still have the USB port. Now my phone and most people's phones now have USB-C.
Yeah.
It's USB-C to USB-C. When you get it out of the box. Now, get a USB adapter to go from USB-C, USB to USB-C, because you will not be able to, phone on the plane.
Yeah.
And I went from literally Heathrow to Manila, and I had about 3%. And guess what? When I wanted to get a grab taxi, the phone died. So then I got shafted literally probably the best part of £90 to go to the hotel. And that's a lot of money, really, isn't it? To be fair.
Well, yeah, Dave the Rave is saying, Eddie, can you ask that guy, are there still entry requirements to enter the Philippines? Yes? Yeah, it's on the screen there. Eddie, can you ask that guy, are there still entry requirements to enter the Philippines?
No, I don't think so now. I don't think so. And it's visa, I think it's visa free as well.
Yeah.
It's definitely visa free because I had to do a thing for COVID.
Yes.
You know, the two vaccines, but I didn't have to do the booster. They didn't ask for the booster. I don't know now. I don't know because it was February, so I don't know. I haven't looked into it. So obviously, I had a thing with my leg, and you know, I'm not thinking of going back to see my girlfriend until at least probably the first quarter of next year. So probably about halfway through next year, probably the summer.
Okay. Let's see. Let's just say let's a little bit of
But I don't know. I think they're quite lenient now. I think with all that sort of stuff. But then this country's going on about wearing masks and all that bull, you know, in hospitals now, isn't it? So
okay.
I don't know. They've been going on about that. So the COVID, we're still, as much as we hate COVID, COVID's still about.
Oh well, Roy Gold says I went to Angeles recently. You only need the online visa. It's easy. The one that online.
It takes literally 5-10 minutes.
Yeah.
But I expect it's probably still the same. I don't know. But the last time I did it took me 10 minutes, and I was thorough about it.
Okay. Well, listen, it's 2:00 now, so I'm actually gonna finish this now because I'm getting really tired. I've had quite a long day. So anyway, thanks for calling again. Anyway, Clive, and I'm going to be back on Monday.
Anybody that wants to go to Thailand,
just
go to Thailand.
Yeah.
If it costs £700, just go on your holiday and worry about your bank balance when you go back home.
Okay, well, that's got to be the advice of the night, that is. Anyway, well said. Anyway,
just enjoy yourself, you know.
Okay. Okay. Cheers. Anyway, Clive. I'll speak to you soon, mate. Anyway, all the best.
Bye,
Cheers.
Bye.
Cheers. Okay, so I'm going to wrap that up. We've been on for 2 hours now, and I'm a bit tired. Okay, so anyway, what have we got? Yeah, this is. Thank you for putting up with. Do you think that's a good? Do you think that's a good? Do you think that's a good cover for a book? Or we'll say anyway. We'll say anyway. So anyway, I'll say thanks for turning. I'll say thanks for everybody coming on tonight. I've been on for 2 hours now. I'm tired and I need a bowl of soup and a couple of pieces of toast. Anyway, my late night snack. Listen, I'll be back with regular live streams on this channel, and there's always going to be things that we can talk about. If I can't think of anything to talk about, I'm sure you can, because there's flights, there's Thailand, which is better for retirement. I will be doing regular live streams on this channel. Do you think Wednesday night will return to the old Wednesday night for this channel? Maybe we'll see about it. But in the meantime, my next live stream will be on the Steady Eddie live channel, the other channel, on Monday night at 9 o'clock. So thanks for coming along, guys. And in the meantime, have a great weekend, and I'll see you soon. All the best, guys. Cheers.